Welcome to TheMan Games. This is my Royal Rumble predictions video today. So you might have seen we've done a few gameplay videos on the 2K20, but this is all my predictions in one video. No 2K20 related content here, just me and my predictions. So before we go into the predictions, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to click that like button, let me know your predictions in the comments, and please, if you haven't already, think about subscribing to the channel. The first match we're going to talk about is Edge and Beth Phoenix against the Mizza and Maurice. So it's the Grit couple against the It couple. Now, so recently on Raw, we've seen them trash Maurice's birthday. We saw the thing with a brick. Some people didn't like that. I thought it was alright, actually. Like something a bit different you don't often, see. And the birthday thing was fine. It was fine. I think Edge and Beth have got to win. I think if Miz and Maurice won, that would have to have another match. I don't really want, we don't really need another match. I'm kind of hoping that Edge is going to go into his WrestleMania program after the Royal Rumble. So I'm hoping Beth and Edge win this match, and then Miz can go and do something else, and Edge can... Well, I'd like to see Edge feud with AJ Styles going to WrestleMania, but yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes, won't we? So the next match we're going to talk about is Becky Lynch against Dewdrop. Now, I'm really looking forward to this match. I do think Becky Lynch is going to retain her championship, but seeing Dewdrop have a championship match at the Royal Rumble, I think it's it's a big deal for Dewdrop. I was kind of worried when they changed the name and put her with Eva Marie at the beginning when she first came to Raw that it was going to ruin her, but it looks like they must actually quite think she has something to give her this match against Becky Lynch. So I'm really happy for Dewdrop. I hope they do have an awesome match. But yeah, I'm going with Becky Lynch as the winner of the match. Now, the next match we're going to talk about is Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. So obviously Paul Heyman's going to be in Brock Lesnar's corner, MVP will be in Lashley's. Now I think that Lesnar is going to retain. I think he's only had the championship, like 3 or 4 weeks. I think it's far too, what would have been the point really? I know he wasn't meant to win, apparently, the championship, but I think it'd be a bit silly just to put the title on him to take it straight back off him. I don't think really Bobby needs a championship anymore. I think, he's good enough by himself. I don't think he needs to be the champion to get over anymore. I think he is over. I think I think his presentation is the best it's ever been in wrestling. And that includes like Impact and things like that, wherever else he's been. I think Bobby Lashley is the best he's ever been currently. But yeah, I don't think he needs a championship. I think it makes more sense to leave it on Lesnar. So that's why I'm going with a Brock Lesnar retain here. So next up we have Roman Reigns against Seth friggin' Rollins. And the Usos are banned from ringside. Also, what does everyone think about the Seth friggin' Rollins name? Does it need to be his proper name? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I don't really think we need to be calling him Seth friggin' Rollins like as his actual name. Yeah, I just don't really get it, but WWE like to change names all the time, don't they? Now, this isn't what I want to happen, I just think this is what could happen. Ideally, I would want Roman to hold the championship until WrestleMania and then lose it to a new star. I know I've said this on the channel before, but I think someone like Damian Priest, who's been very well protected, I think, if he won the Rumble and went to fight Roman at WrestleMania, have Priest win, and then bang, you've got a new star. I'm not an actual massive Damian fan Priest, but I just think he's someone that they've brought up to the main roster, and they've protected him quite well. He's the United States champion. I think, he could be a really big star if they just let him, go and be himself. I don't really get this the other side of Damien where he loses temper. Just let him, be himself, and I think, he could be like a next big star really. But yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. So I am going to say, now this might be a very unpopular opinion because obviously Roman Reigns has had this championship for 500 days plus. But I'm going to say that Seth Rollins is going to win here. Now, if you've seen my 2K20 gameplay video, you'll have seen that already. And in my video, Brock Lesnar came in, F5 Roman Reigns 3 times when Seth got the win. So yeah, I think something like that could happen. I think Brock could cost Roman the championship here. The only bad thing, if Seth won the championship, he'd probably take it to Raw and make it red again, which I think the red Universal Championship was pretty rubbish. Not that the blue one's amazing, but I think the blue version does look a lot better than the red one did. I'm not sure where we go forward with Seth Rollins if he did win the championship, because I think Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens going to the tag team division could be really good. If RK Bro had the tag titles, I think that would be a very interesting match at WrestleMania. But I am going to stick with my prediction and say Seth Rollins to win against Roman Reigns. And now into the two biggest matches. Well, all these matches are pretty big really at the Royal Rumble, to be honest. But yeah, the draw of the Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble match itself. It's the most exciting thing for me in wrestling through the whole year. I love the Royal Rumble, it's my favourite pay-per-view. I was actually there when AJ Styles debuted in 2016 with one of the best wrestling moments I've ever seen live. Well, it is the best I've ever seen live. So we're going to start with the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, months ago, me and the wife were talking in the car, and I was just saying I can't see anyone beating Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Like, there's no other big name ready to take the championship from her, and I said to the wife, the best thing that could happen would be Ronda Rousey to return at the Royal Rumble and challenge her at WrestleMania. And now the reports coming out that Ronda Rousey might be in the Royal Rumble, so I feel like I was thinking this could happen months ago, and now they're actually saying it might happen. So I'm going to say Ronda Rousey to return and to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, you might think I'm just, like, I've seen the headlines and that's why I think that. It's not the case. I actually thought this a while ago, but I didn't actually think it would happen. I mean, it might still not happen, but I think there's more chance it happen now than it was then. And now lastly, the Men's Royal Rumble match. So there's not really any like big names really that's been announced. You know, obviously you've got Brock, Bobby, Roman and Seth all in title matches. You've got Edge and The Miz in a mixed tag. I mean, you know, they could still be in the Royal Rumble really. But other than that, we've got AJ Styles, which I don't see winning. Big E, I don't see winning. Like, he was the champion three weeks ago, and no one seems to remember that. Omos is nowhere near ready, you know, to win the Royal Rumble. And then off the top of my head, you know, you got on the poster, we've got Kofi Kingston on the poster, and he's right at the back. You know, we've got like Omos, one of the front people. You've got WWE former champion Kofi Kingston right at the back of the poster. I think that's, you know, shocking. So who do I think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Well, I think that Roman Reigns is going to enter at probably around either 28, 29 or 30. And I think Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble and challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. I just don't think there's enough, you know, there's no big enough stars really. I don't mean that to put anyone else down, because I would love to see an AJ Styles win the Royal Rumble. I just don't see it happening. In their eyes, their four biggest, apart from maybe Edge, their four biggest stars are in title matches already at the Royal Rumble. So unless we get some shocking return, like, I don't even want to say it out loud because it might happen, like a Triple H return or a John Cena return, and they could win the Royal Rumble. Not that, you know, it's been done twice before, so we don't really need to see it. We don't need a Randy Orton to win it for a third time. So yeah, I'm going to say Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble match. Now, I can't remember where I read it, but months ago, well, when I say months ago, maybe like 2 months ago, there was reports that Stone Cold was going to be featured in a big WrestleMania match. I don't think they were saying he was going to be wrestling, but he was going to be involved in a WrestleMania match. Imagine if Stone Cold returned and won the Royal Rumble. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but imagine if he did. How big would that be? You could have Brock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania, or Stone Cold and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But yeah, no, don't think that's going to happen. But what are your predictions? Let me know what you think is going to go down at the Royal Rumble in the comments. Also, if you did enjoy this Royal Rumble video today, predictions video that is, please click the like button. If you didn't see our gameplay prediction videos, try and check them out on the channel as well. And if you haven't already subscribed, please think about doing so, and make sure to have the notifications turned on, and then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. Well, thank you very much for watching the Man Games today, and I'll see you on the next video.